Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another discussion video. So, I got a comment recently requesting that I do a video based off of an article that Sims Community recently published, where they talk about what they're looking forward to from every Sims 4 pack once Seasons is out. No, this isn't going to be some video of me just reciting their article word for word. But I did want to add some of my own ideas as well, because one thing that I've pushed in the past is that, in my opinion, The Sims is at its best when you try to make all the packs work together instead of just thinking of each one as a separate entity. So what I'm going to do is start off with all of the game packs, then all the stuff packs, and then all of the expansions. So we're going to start off with Outdoor Retreat, which was actually the very first pack that they released for The Sims 4. And yeah, as they say in the article, Granite Falls can become a new winter retreat. And in a way, it's probably going to remind me of The Sims Vacation, because there was like that one area of Vacation Island where it had like these cabins and it was perpetually winter there. So yeah, I think it'll be much like that. Well, at least if you decide to stay in an actual lodge. Of course, I'm sure there's nothing that's going to stop us from really roughing it out in the winter. And that could also bring its own challenge if that's what you want to do. One other thing you could also do is maybe have a couple of adults with a bunch of kids go up to summer camp, like as if you're actually running one in a way. Although I guess you could do this already, since the game is in perpetual summer right now. But still, I think that could be a cute idea. I guess one thing that could make a big difference is whether the kids will get summers off, but I doubt that will be the case because the previous games did not work like that, and well, if they did do it, then it could impede your child's progress through grade school because, well, imagine if your child was super close to getting an A, but then it's the last day of school and they just barely fall short, and then it's like, oops, summer's on, so then you have to like wait a week or however long you have the season last before more progress can be made. And one other random thing, I'll probably place some of those beekeeping boxes in Granite Falls, like in the national park where there's like that one building there. So yeah, I don't know, just like another extra thing that you can do while you're vacationing there. The next pack to discuss is Spa Day, and they suggest combining Spa Day with Outdoor Retreat, which I actually have. I do have a spa in Granite Falls, and it is really nice. Like, the two packs, in my opinion, go very well together because I see spas pretty often when I go on vacation, like at hotels and stuff, even though this isn't really like a hotel retreat sort of thing. But yeah, it's definitely a good idea. And I don't really have too much to add on to this. I guess it's just like, okay, if you've been stuck out cold in the winter for a while, then you can come into a sauna and warm up. Next up is Dine Out. And yeah, whatever food comes with this expansion pack, because yeah, at the moment, the only thing I know for sure is that hot chocolate is in there, but whatever other food is added as well, you can add to your Dine Out restaurants, as is the usual case whenever they add new food through other packs. But there is one other really interesting aspect that I think can come into play here, and that's from when you're actually running the restaurant, especially when you have an outdoor patio, because, well, it could ruin your business a little bit if it ends up becoming like a rainstorm all of a sudden, like in the middle of your peak hour. Or maybe, well, if you want to put away this patio furniture during winter, that's probably a good idea. So, yeah, you'd have to close off your patio part during the winter, and that could potentially reduce your revenue as well. So yeah, there actually is a little bit more depth to the restaurant system in a way because of seasons. And now it's time to talk about Vampires, my favorite game pack released so far. And, well, they do say in the Sims community article that summertime might be a struggle for these vampires. But maybe we can expect them to become more free outside during stormy and cloudy days. I don't know. I don't know if that'll happen. That might be expecting a bit much, especially considering we're not even getting hail. So I'm just gonna assume that's not gonna happen. But it would be nice if they did. But, I mean, the sun's rays can still come through the clouds anyways, so it might not even be that sensible if vampires were automatically able to go out during stormy and cloudy days. I guess if anything, they could make it so that vampires burn much more slowly when they're out during cloudy and stormy days. But the world that came with vampires though, Forgotten Hollow, I'm looking forward to seeing how the weather affects that world more than almost any other. Because, yeah, I think the rain and snow are really going to really suit the dark tones of this place. Parenthood is next on the list, and you may be surprised to hear that I don't have much to say about this. I can't really think of many ways that this game pack directly integrates with Seasons. Like, yes, the themes go together because Parenthood is family themed, Seasons can be pretty family themed if you choose to play that way, but with features like directly going with each other, not as much, except for one thing, because SimGuru Kate did confirm that if you have children rake leaves or shovel snow, they will build the responsibility character value, so that's good. More ways to build character values. I'm really glad that they addressed that with cats and dogs, and that they're doing this again with Seasons. And one other thing I actually just thought of right now is, I guess the setting the table feature can kind of go along with the Harvest Day celebration, so there's that as well. The last game pack to discuss that's out at the time of this video being recorded is Jungle Adventure. I actually talked about this at length already when I was doing my Let's Play of this pack, but to reiterate, yeah, like having rain in Selva Dorada will be a visual treat, I'm sure. But there's also the whole thunderstorm thing, because the thing is, you're going to be outside all the time while you're in the jungle unless you manage to make it to the temple. But otherwise, yeah, you're just in the great outdoors, and I did experience some of that difficulty through the sunburn mod, because my Sims ended up getting sunburnt because I forgot to have them drink the sunscreen. So yeah, that could be quite interesting. You'll have to see what happens. And I don't know if maybe the lightning strikes could cause forest fires. I don't know. I don't think it'll be quite that bad, but yeah, maybe you could see a tree or two in the jungle catch on fire. Yeah, I guess that also brings me back to Grand Falls a little bit since I mentioned the forest, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Although if they actually did do forest and jungle fires, I wouldn't expect trees to actually burn down or anything. It would just be that the fire could spread and potentially to your Sims if they're caught in it. Alright, so here we go with the stuff packs. There's a lot of these, so let's start from the beginning with luxury party stuff. And Sims Community says that it could be a great idea to use alongside New Year's parties, and I agree with that. And fun fact, SimGuru Graham said that this originally was meant to be a New Year's themed stuff pack, so there you go. It just makes sense, and I don't know why, but I just think that the chocolate fountain would go with Easter, even though it's just chocolate strawberries. But yeah, it can make sense, I guess. Next up, we have the patio that is perfect. And, well, I guess this one's pretty much a given. It's meant to go with summer, and also, though, the hot tub won't be cold even in winter, so yeah, a good way to warm yourself up a little bit, at least temporarily, I suppose. Next up is the coolest of kitchens. And, well, this is another pretty obvious one too, because Well, hopefully our Sims will be able to cool down by eating the ice cream. And not just that, but I think I even mentioned this when I was reviewing the stuff pack, that some of the clothes I think could really make for good outdoor wear with seasons. We're getting like hot and cold clothing, so we'll see how that works out, because at this time I don't know like all of the intimate details, but yeah, hopefully all the clothing from Cool Kitchen, or at least most of it, will come in handy there. Now we move on to spooky stuff, and I think out of every pack released so far, this is the one that I'm looking forward to most using with Seasons. Because I remember even when I was reviewing this pack, I was like, okay, I think the objects and Create a Sim items and everything here is very well made, but it's just that I'm not going to use it very often, except for when it's October in real life, because there's no seasons in the game yet. But now there are going to be, finally. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to use spooky stuff more often. At the time I'm recording this video, it's not yet known if Spooky Day is actually in the game, and if there's trick-or-treating and all of the good stuff that goes along with Halloween in The Sims, but well, even in the worst case scenario, we at least have this stuff pack, so we can still throw these spooky parties and carve pumpkins and still have a good time. It would not be the most fair of all situations, of course, but at least it's not my first pet stuff that actually requires cats and dogs to properly use a lot of the content that's in it. Next up is movie hangout stuff, one of my favorite stuff packs. And yeah, the Sims community article does mention that, yeah, you could like binge watch all your favorite movies while staying inside. But I think one other thing is that a lot of the Create a Sim and furniture items just go really well with summer because it's such a colorful stuff pack. It's kind of amazing in that sense. It's very different from a lot of the packs that even now that we have. With romantic garden stuff, this is another pack that's obviously made for summer, and with the fountain, Sims community says that, yeah, you could just cool off by playing in it, although that's not really confirmed at this time, but hopefully it will. That would be nice. Next up is kids' room stuff, and yeah, this is one pack that I have a lot of praise for. And there really aren't many ways that this one integrates into seasons, but I did suggest in a previous video that you could make a Void Critter themed holiday where it's just all about battling and trading Void Critter cards. So yeah, that's definitely one thing that I'd like to set up once I have seasons. But other than that, there isn't really too much. Like, you can still throw outdoor puppet shows if you want with the puppet theater during the summer. They do show that in the Sims community article, so yeah, it's just like another add-on for your choices of outdoor activities. And now on to backyard stuff, another one of my favorite stuff packs. And well, there isn't really much that I need to say about this. It's obviously like another stuff pack that screams summer, and especially with things like the drinks and the slip and slide, hopefully helping our Sims cooling off. Yeah, backyard stuff and seasons are a perfect match. Next pack to discuss is vintage glamour stuff. And as Sims community suggests, yeah, you could definitely have a butler help prepare all the food and drinks necessary for your holiday feast. And maybe the vanity table could kind of go along with that too, where you can have your Sim do their makeup there before the big occasion. With the bowling alleys and bowling night stuff, yeah, they could definitely go with the roller rink that's being reintroduced through seasons. Other than that, I've got nothing really. It's a very indoor-oriented pack. Oh, wait a minute, what if you created a holiday that's all about bowling? Because bowling. Fitness stuff. This is actually pretty funny, I think, that Sims community suggests that you can use it to have your Sims burn their holiday calories just like from eating too much at Thanksgiving dinner or whatever. So there's that, and well, I tend to use the rock climbing treadmill outside as well as inside, so yeah, there might be some days where it's not a good idea to work out outside. Next up is toddler stuff. Another stuff pack that's like, oh yeah, summer! But the Sims community actually has a really adorable idea saying that just like imagine using all of the really colorful build objects to help decorate for the Easter egg hunt. So yeah, that's another really great thing too, because I think they are using the Easter egg collection from those limited time quests that used to come up every year. I did spot some in the season's reveal trailer, so yeah, that's most likely what's going on there. Next we have the Day of Reckoning, laundry, and while it does, I guess, kind of scream summer like some of the other stuff packs, there's also an important thing to keep in mind, because if your Sims use a clothesline to dry their laundry, then yeah, you do want to make sure that it's not raining outside, otherwise your laundry may just get soaked all over again if it's already dry and you just forgot to take it in right away, or if you still need to put out your laundry, then yeah, you should wait until a bit later. And to add on to that, I think all the clothes in this stuff pack are really suitable for the warmer months of the year. Last, but actually I guess it is one of the least, but my first pet stuff, I guess during winter, it'll encourage your Sims to be inside more often, meaning that it could make rabid rodent fever even more contagious, and yeah, that's pretty much it, really. I mean, there maybe are some clothes for the pets that kinda suit outerwear, but that's the same with cats and dogs as well. Oh wait, hold on, I was actually almost done recording this video, but I had to come back and do this little voiceover because I realized that the holiday sweaters come in my first pet stuff, so that goes really well with celebrating the holidays in winter. So yeah, even what's considered generally to be the worst stuff pack for The Sims 4 has its uses with seasons. Can you believe it? Alright, finally, time to talk about the expansion packs. So get to work. Well, with this one, you could copy and paste most of my comments about Dine Out, especially if you're running an outdoor retail store. But one other idea that is suggested by Sims community is that you can have your own flower shop. And yeah, that could be really interesting, especially since there is that new gardener career. And yeah, maybe you could even just make those outdoor flower shops that I see a lot around here that are only open during the summer months. Moving on to Get Together, well, our Sims can finally have dance parties outside in the snow! But seriously, I'm really looking forward to playing in winter in Windenburg because, yeah, I think out of all the worlds that we have so far, winter is gonna suit that place the best. I mean, there's snow on the mountains in the distance and everything. And I'm sure there'll be at least a few new club rules revolving around the new activities with seasons, like the roller rink and others. With city living, there's been so many times where I just watch the trains go by in the fashion district and think, wow, how much cooler would this look if it were raining right now? So yeah, I think San Myshuno will look really cool in rain, although I don't think there'll be too much of a difference with snow, because I remember when I had the first snow mod in my game, it didn't really change San Myshuno all that much. Same with the autumn mod, so it does make sense, I guess, since a lot of San Myshuno is covered in pavement. But with the festivals, that's a different story, because as they say in the Sims community article, it could really make or break your entire day if you decide to attend one of these. And now we come to the end of the list with cats and dogs. So I'm really excited to play in Brindleton Bay, not just with winter, but All 4 seasons. I just love this world. Currently, it is my favorite world in The Sims 4. And, well, there's also the fact that pets are going to react to the weather. That's been confirmed. And since we can dress up our pets, then we can also dress them accordingly for the weather. Although I'm pretty sure, like in previous games, cats and dogs don't actually get cold or hot. But you can still dress them up for the occasion if you want. Like, imagine if your Sim is about to take their little dog out for a walk during the winter, and they dress up their dog in a sweater beforehand. Another really good occasion for using the pet clothing is if Spooky Day is in the game, then you can dress up your pets in costumes. In a way, you can do this already with spooky stuff. And that's it! We've talked about how each and every pack released so far for The Sims 4 can go along with seasons. It'll be interesting to see how seasons could apply to future packs as well. At the time of recording this video, we don't know anything beyond seasons, but hopefully there will be things like university, amusement parks, and farming. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, overall, this was a really fun video to do. Thank you to Sims community for doing that article, and thank you to whoever requested this. Unfortunately, I can't find your comment anymore. It's just like, it's been so crazy, like the past week or two, this channel's been exploding, and there's been so many comments. It's just like the comments get buried so fast, and sorry, I'm just not used to that. But still, if you're out there, I thank you, and I'm very grateful. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up this video, so be sure to leave a like or a comment or even subscribe because it lets me know that you like my channel, my videos, and it helps you keep up to date more easily with the latest content for me. I do videos on The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more, so I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!